Edinburgh has some of the most beautiful architecture in the world. Some new, and some old. But what does a day in the life look like for a builder? I went to ask Scott Bolton, who's been in construction for 8 years.
Typically a day in the life, we're up very early because you've got to use the sunlight, and in winter there's about, 7 hours, so you got to be there for when the sun comes up. Days are so varied, so some days I might be in the office, some days I might be at meetings, some days I might be pricing work, or some days I'll be on tools. That's one of the reasons I love the work, is because there is so much variety. You always meet new people and you always go to new places, really interesting places as well, historical places, which is something that I like. I always find with people that aren't in this sort of career that they always have to go to the same building every day, and something like that scares me. Today we're off to Roslin Castle, and you guys are more than welcome to come along and see what we do.
We travelled from Scott's workshop in Edinburgh to 8 miles south of the city to a small town called Roslin, home of the famous Roslin Chapel, just a 2-minute walk away from the castle.
We're at Roslin Castle today, digging out trial pits. And these trial pits are for percolation tests, but we have to dig them quite deep. It should be roughly around 1.2 metres, but because we're in the grounds of Roslin Castle, you've got to be careful because you might be hitting historical items, walls, bones. So we have archaeologists here with us today to make sure that we're not hitting anything, and they will be in touch with Historic Scotland. The test itself is you fill the hole with enough water to fill up half the hole, and then you go down in periods of 100 mil, and as the water goes out you time it, and however quickly the water dissipates is how well the ground will hold the water. The reason you do these tests is for site surveys, so that you know whether or not it's good enough conditions to pour foundations, dig, all sorts of things. And we're about to do one of these tests now. So we've achieved the required amount of water to do the percolation test. We then put in the measuring stick, which gives us our desired heights to time against. As you can see with this particular test, we've hit soft clay, so the water will not dissipate at all. So we got most of it done. We got the percolation test done, the ground conditions done, and Historic Scotland stopped us on the 3rd. And now off to the next job. Oh. Oops.